New segment, Boobie's Best Bets. Let's hope we can win you a little bit of money. You know, Saturdays are a great day to gamble. Let's get you some money on these football games. All right, my first best bet, and none of these are really ranked, but my first best bet is Georgia Tech to cover -3.5 against Colorado. Colorado's losing a lot. You know, Caden Salter transfers in there from Liberty. Was not as good as we thought he was going to be last year. What is he going to be this year? Only time will tell. I like Haynes King. I like how physical Georgia Tech is. I like Justice Haynes. Jamal Haynes at running back for him, and I like how physical they are. They got a good defense. Bet Georgia Tech, lay the numbers. I like Bama -13.5 over FSU. We already talked about this game. I don't think I have to go into it much. It's just a complete mismatch. Tommy Castellanos is going to have to do stuff that we've never seen him do in order for them to even cover the spread. I don't think it happens. South Carolina in a neutral site game favored -7.5 against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech lost a lot in the portal, lost everything in the portal, really. Kyron Drones is back at quarterback, but I don't think it's enough. I think South Carolina is going to be one of the best teams in college football this year. South Carolina wins this game. Lay the points. Also like Notre Dame -2.5 against Miami. Like I said, I've already talked about this game, but if Notre Dame's going to go in here and win, they're going to win by more than 2.5. I don't see it being a super close game. I think it'll be a contested game, but I think they win handedly. I think they control the game most of the game. They control the game most of the game. Yeah, I guess that's right. All right, moving on. Montana State +27.5 against Oregon. Montana State lost in the FCS National Championship last year. They got a really good quarterback. It's just a game where I think, Oregon started really slow last year. I think Dante Moore has a few hiccups, even though I think he's going to turn into one of the best quarterbacks in college football. And I think Montana State covers the spread. It's 27.5. I see Oregon winning this game by maybe 24 points or so, but I think Montana State covers. And possibly my favorite, Ball State to go into Purdue and cover the spread, 17.5. Purdue has some ridiculous number of new players. That team was horrible last year, and even though I think they'll be a little bit improved this year, in week one, I think Ball State is a good enough program to go in there and cover the spread. I think Purdue wins this game by maybe 10 points. 7.5 less than the spread. My last best bet is Mississippi State -14.5 at home against Southern Miss. Southern Miss, not necessarily that Mississippi State is going to be a great team this year, but I think Jeff Levy has them in a good position to take a step, even though their schedule is ridiculous. I think they cover because I think Southern Miss having 51 new players, yes, 51 new players back. They have less than 15 guys returning on the whole roster. They have a whole new coaching staff. To go into the cowbell-ringing capital of the world and not get beat by 14.5 or less or more, I don't think it's going to happen. So I think Mississippi State covers that spread.